Okay, so here we are at Bar Raval, Toronto. What are we looking at here?
It's a low-octane, sherry-based, shaken, refreshing, tart, dry cocktail.
All right, Robin, let's see. So you said you sell this one a little earlier in the day.
Yeah, we're open very early. We're open 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So my partners and I were like really hell-bent on selling cocktails as soon as we legally can, which is 11 a.m. And it's hard to push, bourbon, big brown and stirred in the morning. So also being a Spanish tapas bar, cocktail bar.
I like that.
Gotta have a lot of sherry.
Yeah. So Robin, before we get rolling too much into this, a little bit about how you got into the bar business. What was your path?
So I was doing health. I have an undergrad in health, a grad degree in social theory of health. And throughout the whole degree, I was bartending. And when it came time to do more school, I was not really into it. The field of academia lost me, and I really wanted to focus on what was making me happy. I was making good money, making drinks, and I was really enjoying it. And everywhere I worked, they kept seeming to want to give me more responsibility. So I was like, all right, I'll try this for a while.
Oh, that's cool. So kind of a redirection for you. Some people, it's usually a mentor that got them into the business, or their first job that kind of just evolved. For you, it was kind of a shift in kind of your entire life direction. So that was a pretty big move for you.
Yeah, I definitely chose this for passion. It's not like I had nothing else going on. I really love the industry of hospitality, and I love making drinks.
So Bar Raval, obviously, a pretty amazing architecturally designed bar, very unique in its interior. The whole theming behind the Spanish connection with you and your partners here, what was the concept of pulling that together?
To make best use out of the space, we wanted to, pack people in.
Yeah.
So it's standing, which, exists in Spain. We do pinchos all day. It's a cafe. It's kind of more of a community center, so people come in all the time, and the sort of vibe that you get in San Sebastian is exactly what we thought would be good here.
Interesting. All right, so pinchos and tapas. A lot of people kind of get that confused, especially when you look at Spanish food. Yeah. What's the difference?
Tapas is definitely sharing. It can be a small, tiny plate or a large plate. It doesn't mean appetizer. And pinchos are basically a tapas-style dish that they invented in San Sebastian, which it meant spike. So there's just literally the skewer, as you see here, spike through the food.
So what are we going to look at next?
We are going to look at the Almost Famous next. So it's a slight variation of a drink from this guy in Seattle named Murray Stinson, extremely famous bartender.
Yeah.
So I just do a small little twist on his drink.
Well, let's get to it.
Sweet.
All right.
The Almost Famous.
The Almost Famous. Okay, so let's break this drink down a bit. What are you serving up here?
A little bit of mezcal, yellow chartreuse, a touch of Aperol, lemon juice, and add absinthe. I tried it in Seattle. He made it. It was unbelievable. It's refreshing. It's got depth.
Oh yeah, that is good. So when you get guests come in, do they look at this drink and try to match it up with something that would remind them of a Spanish approach to a cocktail?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have fun with it. I mean, it might not be Spain Spanish, but definitely Mexican Spanish.
Right.
But it's a really easy drink. People understand it. To be honest, in Toronto, there seems to be a big thing where mezcal is just on the cusp of blowing up. And
we're seeing that a little bit. Yeah.
We're getting a lot of reorders for mezcal cocktails.
When you look at the Toronto bar scene, is there anything that's really trending right now that we could talk about mezcal, but maybe that's what it is?
Toronto is a little bit behind most of the larger cities in the world, but it's great because a lot of people from Toronto, though they might not have the same palates as people in New York or San Francisco or London, we're a little bit behind. But however, everyone can fly a plane there. Everyone's been to London, New York, so they've tried cocktails. They might not understand mezcal or know what it is, but they know they like it.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the design itself. So obviously, pretty expansive design, almost you've got this almost cave experience in here. What was the idea behind the theme? Obviously, you've got a designer that you're trying to mock up to, right?
We wanted the space to be just like the experience, very organic. You come in, it's like a warm hug from a tree. We've heard people say it looks like the inside of a tree's heart, or Lord of the Rings,
very,
like
very
a hobbit's house.
Different, yeah.
There's no right angles inside there besides the doorway, which was really cool. But the architects really enjoyed the fact that the three of us had a lot of tattoos and we're pretty fit guys. So the story is that some of the design is based on our tattoos and our bodies.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, the wood looks like muscle fiber and kind of like tendons pulling apart and stuff like that.
Really cool. That's nice. I haven't seen much of that done. So, okay, so we're going to go to drink 3. What do we have planned for us?
The next one's a nice stirred mezcal drink. A lot of juxtaposition and flavor as well.
All right, well, let's get to it.
Last one is the 1 hour photo.
Okay. Interesting look,
Yeah, stirred mezcal, Averna, so a little Amaro in there, and some Fino sherry. Stirred, like needs the cucumber. So the whole point is the earthy oiliness of the mezcal,
right,
with the freshness, lightness of the Fino and the cucumber.
Yeah, I like that.
Really takes you for a weird ride. So I made this drink on the day that Robin Williams died, so I thought I'd name it after his weirdest movie. 1 hour photo.
1 hour photo.
So yeah, so it's equal parts mezcal, Averna, Fino sherry, stirred with cucumber, and then just hit with grapefruit zest.
So you look at the type of drinks that you just served up here. Guests here in Toronto, obviously you're going mezcal forward here with some of the recipes, but do you find, just guests in general, are they coming in asking for those types of drinks, or is this something that you're trying to culture them into?
I'd say we're pushing mezcal, a little bit, but there's a good reason for that. It's so tasty.
Well, and I think today's culinary consumer, there's so much more in tune with kind of the vibe of what culinary is doing today, whether it's bar or chef-driven concepts, which means that they're starting to explore a bit, which is kind of cool for you guys. You guys get a chance to really kind of educate them on some very unique ingredients here and tie it in all to what you're doing on the menu.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be the case where the cocktail world or the bartending world is a step behind the chef world or food world. People know what forage means and free range and organic and all that stuff, but no one knows the difference between, so maybe one day they will and they'll be as obsessed with mezcal as I am, but in the meantime, I'm just we like to put together cocktails, so people might not know specifically why they're into mezcal, but they're definitely, I'll have the 1 hour photo.
Yeah.
They know that, and they're almost dance. I want them just to know that they like the flavor.
Very nice job. So thanks so much for letting us stop into Bar Raval. It's been a blast.
Thanks for coming.